Hey friends, it's Nine Morrison here again from Wedlock's Education, and today we are taking a deep dive into HoneyBook and we are going to talk all about systems and processes. So we're going to start here. This is actually the HoneyBook homepage over here that you see, but we're going to go ahead and just go over to projects since this is my main screen that I focus on the most. Now over here up on the top, you are going to see our pipeline. This pipeline is totally customizable and we've customized ours as well and have added a few extra tabs in there that we need that we feel are useful. So we've got a couple of inquiries here. One is an actual inquiry and one is a fake one that I created for today, which is Emily Trepley. So how does an inquiry get into our pipeline? This is how. So we go over to our Wedlock's website, and I'm on the booking page. And when we scroll down, here we go. We've got our HoneyBook inquiry form. This inquiry form is completely customizable, so you can customize it, add whatever questions you need in order to give them as much information as you want. Now, also keep in mind that inquiry forms, the shorter the better. The less questions somebody has to ask, the more likely they are to fill out your inquiry form. So make sure that every question really, really counts. So once they fill out that inquiry form, it goes straight into here. I'm actually going to go over to this one just to show you what it looks like when somebody fills out the inquiry form. So she's filled out the inquiry form and I've got all of my answers to my questions right here as far as what does she want to be quoted for, where's the location, and how did she hear about us, and all of that kind of stuff. And then of course I always ask like what somebody's spirit animal is because we want to know. So if I'm going to go over here to Emily Trepley's, okay, one other really great feature about this is that anytime that there's an inquiry, it's going to show you if there's any other conflicting projects on that date. So this shows me that we actually have 4 weddings booked on that date already, and it'll also show me if there's any other inquiries for that date, which right here I can see that there are not. I didn't fill out the inquiry form when I created this, so I don't have the inquiry form down here, but normally that is there. Now I'm going to go over here to new file and I'm going to show you how we send an estimate. So we go over here, we call it an estimate. On HoneyBook it's called brochure. So I'm going to go over to the brochure and click that. So now that I've clicked brochure, I've got a few different brochure templates, which we'll talk about those templates in a minute. And I'm going to go over here to 2020 estimate. All right, so now that that has loaded with our estimate, these are all totally customizable. HoneyBook has a bunch of templates that you can also use that can help you get started on your templates. And then when I'm sending an estimate, it's really easy. I just put in the quantities. So we need 1 diamond package, we need 3 pearls, we need 1 little lady. Now, the only bummer about this is that it is not going to calculate all of those prices for you, so you will have to do that yourself. But, you know, it only takes a few seconds. Get out that calculator. So we're going to pretend that that is $1,000, and then we're going to put Emily's name in here. So it's Emily's estimate, and then we just click Review Email. Now, this is already an email template. This is for all of our estimates. This is the email that goes out with it as well, and then it has the link to click to open the actual estimate. And then we can go ahead and send that to Emily. Okay, so another thing that we could do if, let's say, a bride is ready for her contract, we can go over here to New File, and we can go to Proposal. Now you see that there's Proposal, Invoice, and Contract. Okay, those are 3 different things. So contract is just the written contract portion, okay? Then invoice is the invoice portion, and then proposal has the invoice and the contract all together in one package, okay? So we always use the proposal. All right, now we do have different proposal templates as well. We've got 2020, we've got them for elopements, we've got them for 2021 since our pricing is different, things like that. So I'm gonna go to 2020 proposal. It's really wonderful because they can fill the contract out, sign it, and submit their deposit all electronically. Another wonderful thing that they can do is you can actually split up their payments if that's something that they want to do, and they can set up their payments for auto pay, which is awesome. Then you go down here and they would fill out all of this all on their own. Then we've got some spots down here where we've got these, right? So we've got our grand total, we've got our deposit. And so as those numbers change up here, it changes down in the payment schedule, and it's going to change down here as well. So there is that. And that's pretty much the contract. It's pretty simple for the most part, and it's really awesome. I mean, it streamlines your life like you wouldn't imagine. It makes the client experience 1,000 times better as well. So let's go ahead and talk about how we do these templates. So we're going to go over here to tools, and then we're going to go over to templates. Now we've got all these different templates over here on the side. We've got questionnaires, brochures, emails, contact forms, all that. So your contact form is obviously where you're going to edit your contact form, and that's what you're going to put onto your website so that it integrates with HoneyBook. Then we go over here to emails. We've got a lot of different emails because we've got some of our emails are on auto response. So we have some certain auto responses here that we send out to brides and clients and potential clients. Then we also have certain emails that are connected to things like our estimate and our contract. And this is where you can edit all of those. Now, if we go look over at like our contracts or our estimates, let's go over to our estimate. This is where you can edit your estimate. You can have multiple different types of estimates depending on if you're offering different packages or different services. So those are your options. Okay. So right now we're looking at our 2020 elopement estimate here. And then we've also got all these other estimates here on the side that we can change as well, just because we have different types of estimates. So you can change those over here. All right, so we're back over here at our main pipeline, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about this pipeline. So you're going to get an email from HoneyBook anytime somebody opens an email from you, and you're also going to get emails from HoneyBook anytime somebody forgets to open and never opened an email. And the reason that that's really important is because if they never opened an email and they never read it, there's a good chance that it could have gone to their spam box. So it might be a situation where you want to call them or reach out to them in another way, especially if they also reached out previously through like the Knot or Wedding Wire, anything like that. You can contact them back through there or give them a call and let them know like, hey, we just want to make sure that you're getting our emails. So make sure that you check your spam folder if you haven't seen an email from us. So those are really important. Once you've actually replied to an inquiry, then you go over here to follow-ups. So that's going to automatically transfer that inquiry once you've sent them an estimate into follow-ups. Now this is really important. You can organize this in different ways by project date, and it's going to change, or by recent activity, when it was moved, all of that. And you can follow up with people here, and you can really just do so many different things. Then we can go over to proposal sent. This is when we've sent a contract, but they have not done anything with that contract yet. So these are all the proposals and contracts that we've sent out to people, but they haven't signed or paid their deposit yet. Then we've got this one over here. We've got proposal signed, so she has signed her contract but hasn't sent the deposit in yet. And then these are the ones that we have booked. Now, obviously, right now we're in the midst of our coronavirus quarantine, so we've got this lovely tab over here for rescheduling. HoneyBook is being really awesome. They've got their own tab up here for COVID-19 and dealing with all of that, and we can move things and contact our clients a lot easier that way, which is just thank you, HoneyBook, for being on it and helping us. HoneyBook's had a really awesome, been a really great resource for this COVID pandemic, and I'm so happy that they've just really stepped up and are making sure that they're really serving their community. They've got a really awesome Facebook group that I'm active in as well, especially when there's troubleshooting or issues going on. Sometimes, you know, like any program, there might be bugs that get worked out, and the Facebook group is a really great place to go and find out if the problem that you're experiencing, other people are experiencing as well, and that definitely happens. One other thing that I love about HoneyBook, I've been on HoneyBook for I think 4 years now, and it's been so awesome to see how much improvement and growth HoneyBook has done. They have changed so many things and improved so many things, and with HoneyBook, it just keeps getting better and better and better, and they keep improving everything based on the feedback that they get from their users. And that is just, I mean, it's so important, and they're really doing such a great job with that. They do also have a mobile app, so you can send contracts and estimates on the mobile app. It's a little harder for me just because like our contracts and estimates are quite involved sometimes, so I don't use the mobile app quite so often, but it is nice if I'm away from my computer and I need to get to something, I can always look it up on my mobile app, which is awesome. Now you can go over here, there's a library, you can add your own photos into things, and the best part is that these templates and the estimates and the contracts, they just look beautiful, and it's such a different client experience, and that is what I think is so important. The other really important feature about HoneyBook that I want to point out that I forgot to mention is that you do all your emailing through here, y'all. So you just go back and forth through these emails, and they come in as emails to the client and to you. And then you can respond to them as an email, or you can come into the platform and respond on the platform, just depending on what your preference is. So the nice thing is we're going to actually go into an actual project so you can see what like the list of correspondence looks like. So this is the most recent correspondence here up top, but if we go down, we can go all the way down to their inquiry form. So here's her inquiry form, and then you see that we sent her an estimate here. You see that she looked at the estimate and then submitted it. Then she wrote us an email here. We sent her a contract. Then we sent her another email. It was signed, and then the deposit. We sent her a "you're booked" email, and then we had some other back and forths to schedule her trial and all of that. It's just so nice to have all of your correspondence in one place, in one thread, in one email chain. Then if we go over here to files, you can see that this is her estimate, this is her contract that we sent her. You can go over here to payments, and you can look at your payment details as well. There are a lot of other features that you can automate. You can automate estimates getting sent out. You can automate a lot of different things. You've also got a lot of this stuff on the side. You can add notes that they're not seeing, only you are seeing. You can add other people to this project and other team members to the project so that they can view this as well, and that they can also see all of those notes. So that is it for today, you guys. That is what I have. This is our dive into HoneyBook. We can definitely take a deeper dive at some point, but this is a really good starting point, and I want you guys to see that. We do have a 50% off your first year of HoneyBook, which is a massive deal, and I've got a referral code for you that'll be linked down in the description, and then I'm also going to link it up at the top as well. So go get that free trial. You can do a free trial to start, and then you can also, and then if you're loving HoneyBook as much as I know you're going to, then you can go ahead and sign up and get that 50% off your first year. But other than that, honestly, you guys, if we had to get rid of every single program that we use to run our business and we could only keep one, HoneyBook, hands down, that's a no-brainer. Our business operates on this program. It's so important, and I can't express that enough. So if you're trying to streamline your business, this is the best money you can spend when you're starting your business, and you won't regret it. So if you guys have any questions about HoneyBook or systems and processes in general, I'm here for you, and let me know. But until then, I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.